It's March of 2020 and California just went under lockdown. Now, as the owner of a video production company, I had two options. One is to sit on the couch and wait this out, or two, go out there and figure out how to grow my video production company. Well, by the end of that year, we grew revenues with an additional $20,000, and here's how. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Zuniga Films, the channel where we discuss how to start and grow a successful video production business. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about how in 2020, I made a shift in my video production company to help grow revenues to over $20,000. Back in 2020, I'm sure most of you remember this, in March, when most of the US and the whole world started going under lockdown, there was a lot of fear, and rightly so, because look, we had no idea what was going on. We wanted to have some feeling of security during this time. When it comes to these types of situations, when there's a lot of fear, you have to look at the big picture, right? Because moving forward, businesses, they have to keep going, right? They have to find a way to pivot. So the first thing I'm gonna write down here is look at the landscape. Instead of being so tunnel visioned on one thing, as a business owner, it's important to keep a level head in these types of situations. Stay calm and keep a level head, right? It's easy to be consumed by the fear of it, but you have to see things for what they are. What opportunities are there to help grow your business? With that being said, right, because business still has to keep going, you have to find a way to obviously pay the bills, feed yourself. If you have a team or whoever else, how can you support them as well? That's what business is like in these types of situations, right? So you're the leader in your business, you're the business owner, so you have to keep a level head and find a way to not only survive, but find a way how you can thrive. Okay, so number two would be look at the trends in the market. In the video production space, there was no movies being made, people can't be face to face, and business was slowing down. But I thought to myself, how can I still keep running the business? What industry needs the most help to where I don't really have to interact with a lot of people face to face? And I figured out it would be real estate. And I looked deeper into it, right? Because I've done real estate in the past, before this whole thing happened. I've done residential and I've done commercial. Well, with residential, that's a little iffy because you're going to people's homes and whatnot. But I thought about commercial because as I drove around the city, I noticed that, well, one, a lot of people are working from home. So a lot of office spaces are being put up for sale or for lease. And two, a lot of warehouses are being put up for sale. I thought about, well, why don't I reach out to these commercial real estate agents that need help selling these, and they need virtual tours with video? And that's what I did. So number three, once I found my target, then I started reaching out aggressively. I went to websites like LoopNet and other websites that had commercial real estate listings. So on these websites, I made a point to reach out to 100 listing agents. I had a script that I wrote out. I just changed the names to make it more personable. And that's what I did. It was that and LinkedIn. And what I did was I just looked for properties that were on sale or for lease, and I just made sure to do this consistently every day. And eventually I got hired to create virtual tours for them because there was a need. That industry was hurting. They needed to sell these properties, but how can people look at these properties in person when majority of the whole population is under lockdown? They have to be seen virtually, virtual tours. So look at the trends. I reached out, and what's needed? We'll write that there too. In the past, I created, virtual tours with a video, and that's what I offered. Now, these agents asked me, do you also do virtual tours, like the 3D virtual tours? I had a 360 camera that had those capabilities, but I've never dabbled in it before. But I said yes. Why? Because I can learn right away. I've seen other people create these tours online. Why can't I do it? And that's what I did. So I'm adding value. I had my set price already, but at this time I knew that they're not really willing to spend that much, right? In times of fear and crisis, they don't really want to spend, even if there's a need. I didn't want to devalue my services, but how can I add more value with the same price? And that's what I did. So I added value, and that added value was with the 3D tours. And I taught myself this. I had to adapt. You know, during this time, it was a great way to start learning new things and adapting and pivoting. I looked at what was the best and easiest 3D tour software that I can use and learn quickly. And that's what I did. I found the one that I liked, it was easy to use, and it worked. As I was getting more business with this and doing more tours, I was pretty much the one-man band. I was filming, creating the tours, editing the videos, and the tours. And eventually, I needed to bring in more people on the team to help do this while I was out filming and creating the tours, right? So that's what I did. So I'm gonna write here, build team. It took trial and error to find a good editor, but I did find a great editor eventually. How I train him on the style of videos that the clients want is I recorded my screen on how I edited a real estate video, and I showed it to him. He got it right away and started editing them in the similar way how I would edit them, or even better. And that's how you kind of want to find teammates for, right? Team members. You want those that do your job just as good as you are, or even better. And so once I brought on that editor, then I was able to go out there, film videos while the other videos I film are being edited. And then I brought someone to help edit the virtual tour photos that I took. And so that's how I was able to scale much faster. So what did I learn? We'll do number 6. Throughout this whole experience, one, I learned the importance of being flexible and adapting. As the owner of a video production company, it's easy to sit there and wait it out. But honestly, things have to keep moving forward, whether you like it or not. And business has to still keep growing. That's why I made it a point to teach myself skills that I haven't previously learned before, but will benefit me moving forward and benefit growing the company. Second is learning how to build a team, manage a team, and communicate effectively, especially when it comes to communicating every single detail for a specific job. And the scaling aspect as well, because that helped me scale that part of my business even faster. One of the great things that came out of it was building a successful team that I still work with today. Finding the members that do a good job just as much as you do, or even better. Put your ego aside. As a videographer going into this, it's easy to be that, I'm the best, I wanna do everything. You're only slowing yourself down. And that's what I learned. If you wanna grow, you have to bring in a great team to help support you, and you support them. Another thing that I learned was the importance of having a plan. I just said that I wanted to earn this much more by this time. How am I gonna do that without having a set plan? You know, I made sure to find my target audience, how I was going to, message them and reach out to them, what I was going to say, how I was going to create these tours, and how I was going to build my team. I already had a set plan going forward. And as a byproduct of that, we were able to increase revenues to over $20,000. Now I had two options. It could be whether I just sit there on the couch and wait for something to happen, or go out there and make something happen. As the owner of a video production company, and especially for you as a videographer and you running your own video production company, these are things that you have to consider, right? Running a video production company is 80-20. 80% of the time you gotta be focused on your business, and 20% you gotta be focused on the creative. You can still be just as creative as you are in creating videos as you are in running a business. Business takes creativity just as much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And feel free to go back and watch the other videos on this channel. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
It's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did.